Hello you guys, it's Kaylee here with Embrace the Adventure, and today I have a tour of Santa Rosa RV Resort for you guys. We have mixed thoughts and you'll see why. I will explain why thoroughly. Just keep in mind as I'm going through this tour, all of my opinions of this park are just based on us as a full-time family, what we look for, and we have a 44-foot fifth wheel as well as an 8-foot bed dually truck as our tow vehicle, so we are pretty large. So the opinions that I have about parks, a lot of them have to do with how we are able to navigate, how we're able to fit into our spot, and then of course all the other regular things. So without further ado, let's get into the tour of Santa Rosa RV Resort here in Navarre Beach, Florida. All right, let's get started with this tour of Santa Rosa RV Resort located in Navarre Beach, Florida. So first of all, we're pulling into the main entrance here, and here is a speed test. So I just wanted to let you guys know the Wi-Fi is pretty good. Your signal will be pretty good, good for basic streaming and whatnot. We do have our own internet on board. We have mobile must-have. We have a video on that. But if you're using their Wi-Fi, it should be good for your basic streaming and basic needs. Here's your office right when you check into your left. And when we pulled in, somebody did come out to us and give us the packet and whatnot, so that was nice. Your staging site is to the right there. And if we wrap around, you'll notice too, the first thing we thought, this entryway is beautiful. There's cobblestone, a lot of heavy vegetation, but that comes with a downfall. And I will get into that here in a few. We'll get into how that heavy vegetation kind of leads to a lot of bugs and a lot of things we weren't expecting. But here is that common area that was to our right, and it's canopied, string lights. It's really nice. They have it's like a Connect 4 game for the kiddos. They have checkers. There's a nice little fire ring over there. It's just a really nice area to hang out. We had our coffee over there in the morning a few times, and we really enjoyed it. But I'm going to touch on the bugs real quick. You guys, the bugs are really, really bad, and I think it's due to the heavy vegetation. We fogged our site. We were wearing bug bracelets. We were doing off spray. You know, we were keeping up on kind of the bug preventatives that we've used, especially when we've camped in really heavily wooded areas. And this was really bad. So we were not able to sit outside for more than like 15 minutes at a time, which was not what we were expecting, because we stayed right down the road, 5 minutes down the road at Emerald Beach RV Park for a month and a half without any issue. So the bug problem is definitely due to the heavy vegetation and all of the greenery planted. So it is really pretty to look at, but the bugs are insane. So just make note of that. And then also with the greenery, so we are a 44-foot fifth wheel, and, you know, we have an 8-foot bed truck, and backing into our site was almost, I'm going to put it at a high difficulty level because of all the trees and all of the greenery. It made it very difficult. So just keep that in mind. Here is that beach area. So this is behind that common area. If you would just keep walking behind, this is how you would access the view of the sound and their whole kind of the common area back here. So honestly, you guys, again, check out the tour of Emerald Beach RV Park. They have a much nicer beach. It's a 300-foot beach. It's really well kept, no bugs, and their pier has a really nice area at the end where they have benches and seats, and it's just much better done. And I did want to do both of these because they're only 5 minutes away from each other, and this one is much, much more expensive. So if I had to pick, I would go to Emerald Beach RV Park 100 times over. And it's not cobblestone. It doesn't have the nicer entryway. This place definitely has, you know, that common area, the nicer entryway. It's aesthetically very pleasing. But when it comes down to practicality and, you know, being able to use the beach and being able to use the pier, and, you know, the pool is small there, I will say, but it works. It gets the job done. But I don't know about you guys, but I come here for the beach, and this one was not usable just because of the bugs, and it was super small. So if you're wanting to get, you know, more for your money, definitely go to Emerald Beach RV Park. And again, we have a tour of that. It's just, I just think much more worth it. And here's kind of that fish cleaning area. We just weren't expecting it. So our kids, you know, we were just checking out the park, and they're reaching up here, and I was like, oh, that's fish guts. But, you know, if you're fishing out here, then this is probably a pro, you know, that's good. But there's really just no area to come out here and sit and enjoy the view. And at Emerald Beach, we had that every night, you know, so yeah, I'm not too impressed with this area. Yeah, but again, that common area is beautiful. They have those games. They do have like a fitness room that we'll see in a minute, but when it comes down to price point and for what you get, I don't think we'll be coming back. And here's again, this is what the sand looked like everywhere. I just don't understand. It's just a lot of bugs, you guys. Now, this area was really nice. The boys loved this area, and they did have some of those seats kind of built up with PVC pipe, so I think it's more accessible for people who don't want to like bend down too much to lay down. So that was kind of nice. And here again is just an overview of this whole area. And back up in that pool area, they do have an outdoor kitchen, which I thought was really cool. We've seen a couple of these at some RV parks we've stayed at, but it's been a good while since we've seen one. So I really love it when RV parks do this, and they have a nice area for people to come together and cook out, spend time together. So this was just a really nice added touch to this campground for sure. And again, the string lights I just think are so beautiful, and I love how they set up their pool to where you can see the water. I think that was really smart. That's something that Emerald Beach RV Park did not do. And I wish they would have. If you have a pool and you have this view, get your pool as close as you can to this view so you can, swim and look out at the water. I just think it's really smart to do it that way. So I give them major props for doing that. And here again is that view, and it's beautiful. There's no denying it is gorgeous. I think that this area of Florida within itself is so beautiful, and having this pool set up nestled right against the water, it's gorgeous. So as long as you don't really care about the beach area too much, it all comes down to preference. Everything with RVing does. So you may like this a lot more than the other one, and that's the cool thing about this lifestyle. Now, their laundry room was awesome. We do have our own washer and dryer on deck, so we didn't use this, but they have an app where you can pay for it that way. And I just think that is so nice because, quarters and that whole hassle it used to be my least favorite part. So it's really cool that they have the option to have an app that you download and pay that way. And here is that. There's that laundry app. So that's pretty cool. They have a fitness room. It's just a couple pieces of cardio equipment, but it's better than nothing. And I like how they have them situated facing out the window so you can open up those blinds and, watch the water while you work out. I think that's really thoughtful and really nice. Then they have this kayak rental area, so you can go inside that office and rent a kayak, go out in the water. I think that's an awesome option to have for sure. And then we're just driving around. And again, I want you guys to check out, again, it's beautiful. And that's the first thing you'll notice. I mean, major props to how gorgeous this place is. But I will tell you guys, with all of this greenery, you do get the heavy bugs. And like I've said, we were staying 5 minutes down the road. We stayed there for a month and a half. And it wasn't as aesthetically pleasing. It was nowhere near as beautiful. But we didn't have bugs. So we were able to sit out every single night. And I think if I just had it, up to preference, I would pick that over, something looking really beautiful, but, being attacked by mosquitoes all night. And again, we did fog our site. We were wearing off spray, the deep woods, cutter spray, like everything. We had bug bands on. We were like, okay, we'll make this work. But we can't sit outside. And that's just, it's nice to look at. We look at it, we look out our window, it's beautiful. And, we can go on walks and, first thing in the morning, it's really nice. But, as soon as it hits afternoon and especially evening, we are inside. So, and then they have a couple rentable Airstreams, which were to our left there, which I thought was a really cool thing. So you don't have to have an RV. You can come enjoy that experience. Here, is there access to another area of the water, and this is where the playground was and the dog park. I did not get those captured on film, but we didn't use those because the dog park was just sand, and our dog he's too fancy. He has to poop on the grass. So, but yeah, it's a nice little area. You can let your dogs run around. It's a small playground, but it is a playground, and so I give them props for that. And then here we are just driving around. We stayed in spot number 88, and it was difficult backing in, you guys, because of all the trees and stuff. We struggled with that. And I will say too, they offer the option to wash your RV here for a small fee, but we couldn't do that because we would have to put our slides in to access the other side of our RV because the greenery makes it too tight. So overall, I mean, I would give this place like a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. You know, it's beautiful. Obviously, it's gorgeous. And if you don't mind the bugs, and you don't care too much about that beach area being so small, you know, you may absolutely adore this place. And I know several people who absolutely swear by it and love it. So, you know, it's all down to preference. Check out that tour of Emerald Beach RV Park. Check this one out. See which one fits your family's preferences best. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And you all have an amazing week.